Good morning. It is about like 9:13 right now. I woke up a couple hours ago at this point at about 7:30, and I have not vlogged. I'm just gonna kind of take you through everything that I'm gonna do today, possibly everything I'm gonna do tomorrow, because tomorrow is gonna be much more of an exciting day. Today's kind of like my chiller day. Usually Wednesday is the busiest day out of the week for me. That's the day that I'm just packed with like teaching and a bunch of other stuff, but there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So I'm just gonna vlog what it's like to be a full-time musician while also trying to keep up with a workout routine, general practicing, daily habits, hitting goals, and getting all that stuff done. So every single day I pretty much write down all the stuff that I have to do for the day. It just kind of holds me accountable. So this I already got done this morning. This I'm almost done with. This is a music video. I'm editing a music video for us that we're releasing for my band. Obviously I'm doing this now. I got to do this at some point. And then I'm gonna go run here in a moment. I guess for me, like, one of the things that actually is starting to really help me with holding myself accountable and getting things done is just writing things down and getting my ass up early. The last vlog, I talked about how I was like, I'm not the kind of person who gets up at like a really early time, but to be completely honest with you, I see it changing as I get more busy with everything, because I'm basically, my life is basically centered around like a few really large things. I do the teaching stuff, right? So that's my main daytime job, I guess you could call it. The other half of that is the band stuff, marketing and the social media and the just that kind of centered stuff, and that's stuff that you got to do pretty much every single day out of the week, and it's a ton of work, it's a ton of research. It's not just like posting and calling it a day. I wish it was that easy, but it's definitely not. One thing that I tell my students all the time when it comes to like being really busy is kind of like the video that I made the other day, is like we have to keep a consistent schedule of doing a little bit of work every single day, instead of trying to, climb Mount Everest in like the first week and then get burnt out. Okay, so usually I can make my way and get up around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I'll basically immediately start doing some work. So I'll either hop on my laptop and I will do stuff in my school community, respond to any emails that I have to respond to, get the social media stuff ready. But then after I get like maybe anywhere from like 20 minutes up to like max an hour of work done in the morning, that's when I'll do some practicing like I just did just now. And typically that can go anywhere from like on the low end, like 10 minutes if I'm really in a hurry, all the way up to like, 40 minutes, because the rest of the day I'm gonna be practicing with, whether it's with my students or whether it's for my band. That's how my days tend to be structured for the morning. And then after I go run, I'll take a shower, I'll eat, and then I'll chillax for a little bit. And then the rest of the day, usually I'll just try to knock out the rest of those tasks. Depending on the time frame, I might eat before noon or I might eat after I teach my lesson. We'll kind of see how things go. Let's get ready. I want to say it's like 40 degrees. I'm not sure how cold it is out right now, but I'm still gonna freaking go, even though I really don't want to. About 2 weeks ago, I took a break from running, and I haven't kept a consistent running schedule for about 2 weeks. And for me, 2 weeks of no running is a long time, but the first week was good because it helped my body kind of recover and it got me to feel pretty good and stuff like that. But then after a while, it just felt pretty counterproductive for me to not run, but I've been going to the gym still. So I'll tell you about my workout schedule here in a moment. I don't know if you could see, but it's basically, there's a big hill up there. Where I like to run nowadays is over here, you know, especially when I'm not motivated like right now to actually go out and run. It's just because it's really cold out. Every urge that I have to be lazy, I literally can't afford to do that. I don't respect myself when I am lazy. What I'm bringing on the run is pretty simple. I've got a little thing of water with a little bit of salt in there, just to kind of make sure that my mouth doesn't get dry, even though I'm not a mouth breather by trade. This really helps, and obviously we want to stay nice and hydrated. I have one of those Go gels in my pocket. I probably won't even use it. I usually just bring it just like in case. How I'm structuring my workouts, the weightlifting stuff, and then I'm also doing the cardio or the running stuff, and I like to do both personally. 2 to 3 full body workouts every week. Usually I do Monday, Wednesday, or Monday, Wednesday, Saturday for my workout. So that means that Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, depending on how I'm feeling in my schedule, that's when I'll run. So before I go in, I have to post on social media because that's part of my job. All right, the run is done. Not the best run, to be honest with you. The last couple runs, it's just been like really slow, not a lot of mileage, that kind of thing. It's all because like I took too many days off, man. And that's kind of what happens when you start to slack. You get used to the slack and then you get kind of lazy, and that's how I'm feeling right now. But I'm gonna keep sticking with it. You'll see what I eat typically throughout the day. I try to eat pretty healthy, but I'm not like strict to the nail. Like I'll eat cookies sometimes and stuff like that, but I eat like, you know, just a pretty standard diet, like just whole foods, things like eggs, fish, fruits and vegetables. Like that's literally like mostly my diet. Let's go. This is just like a cluster of cars, man. It's crazy. Here's the good news for you. The good news is that, one, it's a really easy scale. Number two, I'm not a guy who makes people learn like 50,000 scales and memorizes things. You're going to learn a few scales, but you're going to know how to use them really, really well. So it's not really a thing where you're going to have this big packet of all these shapes. You're literally going to have maybe 4, maybe 5 shapes max, but you're going to know how to use them across the front board, and it's all going to kind of connect with all the theory and stuff. There you go. Beautiful. Good. And then what we're going to do... Well, we made it to the evening portion of this vlog. So I ate, I took a shower, and now I have just a boatload of work that I got to get done. So I'm going to have to do some video editing. If I have time, I'll have to call some people that might be interested in taking some lessons and stuff like that. And then I also am going to have to do that big video editing project that I'm almost done on. More things I gotta prepare for the show tomorrow, charge everything up, get all my stuff ready, upload the new song for my band. A lot of busy work to do for the rest of the day. Probably won't vlog tomorrow. I've got a lot of other stuff going on, but I'll see you guys in the next video.